I'm not gonna lie, all week I thought the name of this show was Solitude, not Fortitude. So I was having like a bitch of a time finding it because I just kept searching for like Solitude. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Where's the
fuck.
show? I know it exists because we talked about it. We rolled an episode. And then like
Certainly it couldn't be that. It couldn't be that obscure.
and
There's
then
three seasons.
I went back and listened to the episode that we did last week, and I'm like, oh, Fortitude.
Fortitude, not solid, but easy mistake because they're out in the middle of nowhere.
Ho, 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 ho!
Laser.
We are not going to panic. What the heck even happened to you, man?
Vengeance.
Shrimp Daddy! Ha 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 ha! Give him a hockey stick! I'm a fucking magician, man! Am I some kind of fucking magician, man? Fucking nerd! Fucking nerd! Whatever. It's not like we're professionals anyway. And I'm not sorry anymore. Time to big brain. Every day, yes.
What is the air wolf of trains?
Wait. Yo. Welcome to episode 146 of a very merry, chilly Lasercomb podcast.
Snowy,
Where
you might say.
Snowy. Well, it's not snowy here, but it's been raining, so maybe it's on its way to snow.
Please,
Welcome.
you just
Oh,
have to believe that it's snowy
if
outside.
I've learned anything from Christmas movies, it's that I just have to believe.
If I've learned anything from society at large today, is you just have to believe it's so, and that is reality. Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Even
matter
more
what the
so.
facts tell you.
Even more so. Yeah. And I believe this is episode 146 of the Lasercomb podcast. If you're new here, it's where we comb through random TV shows with a fine-tooth Lazor.
Random episodes
That's
of
random
TV
episodes
shows,
of random TV shows.
in
So
fact.
the format here, we usually have a theme, but the format is the same. Different TV show, random episode.
Yep.
146 different TV shows we've done, and we don't
Insane.
do repeats. And truly, we found some gems. I thought that this Frozen theme was going to be a write-off because for December we've decided, oh
I
man,
kind of did too.
we you too.
Even though it was my
It was-
idea. I'm like, this was. Feel like we're kind of scraping the barrel here.
We're we're scraping the ice off the barrel, and I was like, and you know what's funny? Never even heard of Fortitude. I was just googling shows that are like set in winter, like in wintry or cold places, and came across a little show called Fortitude.
The river did come to me straight into my arms. I tried to caress it, but it ran through my fingers. Water will keep running, rivers will turn. Water will keep running, and rivers will turn. Water will keep running, rivers will turn. Water will keep running, rivers will turn.
That's right.
Fortitude aired January 29th, 2015. It has three seasons, and it finished on the 27th of December, 2018.
I thought it started in 2013.
Oh, am
Was
I
my
off
information
on my
wrong?
numbers? Let's see here. Season 1, 2015.
Oh,
Original release date, January 25th, 2015.
I am wrong. The information that I got was wrong.
The internet being wrong. See, anytime I'm wrong, it's just Gemini or ChatGPT being wrong. I'm never wrong,
Right.
except when I'm. But even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
And when you're right, you're right. And
And when
you're
you're
always
right, you're
right.
right. That's right. What the hell? Fortitude. So
For
let
anyone
me give you
wondering
the.
who may be new here, I am one of your hosts, Christopher Siege.
Oh yeah, we have hosts here. I'm
Unfortunately.
usually the one that does the tangents. Actually, I'm your other host, NeoCal.
It's me
I'm
going off
usually
in wild directions, just made the whole thing bamboozled.
it's bamboozled. Dang it! Yes, usually I am the tangent master, but that's my official role. That's my official title as part of the Predacons, the tangent master.
The tangent master.
Yeah, I have to measure and like control the tangential sequences of the dark side to make sure that like the atmospheric conditioning is always right.
Going off on some Treknobabble there.
Yeah, how am I better at Trek no babble for Beast Wars than I am actual like Trek babble?
Eh,
Run along now, Beast talk.
well, it may be because we, for 151 episodes, talked about Beast Wars each and every week. Yes. Go check that out. Too Much Energon, our Beast Wars podcast.
Mm-hmm. Very good. I feel like that just got better.
That
Not
did.
always what we were reviewing, but like the interviews and like I feel
The
like we got
podcast in general got better
Yeah,
as it went
yeah.
on, definitely. And I would say this one has too.
I think so. I think so. So Fortitude.
So
Neither of us
Fortitude.
have heard of it.
Nope.
And
And
was this a UK show? I think it was.
it was, yes. And we're going to
Ooh,
take
it
a very
was.
quick break. And when we come back, we're going to start breaking down Fortitude.
So you think Santa will like these red and green M&Ms?
I don't know. I never met the guy. He does exist.
They do exist. Santa?
Fortitude. So anybody wondering, Fortitude is a British horror psychological thriller created and written by Simon Donald.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the premise is it a Norwegian
It's Norway.
there's ton
It's a it's a town in Norway.
a Norwegian Arctic island of Fortitude. There's a string of violent and increasingly strange deaths that exact a toll on the quiet international community where almost everyone appears to be keeping at least one secret. Now, I was wary because recently we've uncovered a new genre, Siege especially, of psychological thrillers that rely on twists.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, is this what we accidentally made this month? But a Helix, this is not.
This is not a Helix.
They
No.
fucking somehow smaller. It feels more real. Like I like sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like I like extreme things. It's zombie virus or like whatever. But like this, it's just people talking, and yet, I mean, I guess everything is always just people talking, but maybe it's because we landed on an earlier episode, but I feel like everything was just better. The writing,
I would
the
say
acting,
more
the drama.
money was pumped into this than Helix. Now that
Yeah,
may sound funny to say because Helix had a lot of CGI and like, makeup and like zombie effects and whatnot. But the thing
And
with
Jerry
this
Ryan.
show, and Jerry Ryan, but the thing with this show is shot on location, so everything looks very real, and the art direction is very authentic, which that is not cheap.
yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm not going to look that up, but let's assume that it costs more than Helix, which we reviewed last week.
Yes.
Which we definitely had opinions of, but
We
not opinions, low effort opinions. We put as much work into reviewing that as that one dude who was just a regular guy playing head of security.
I,
Uh,
I wouldn't say we were low effort in our review of
that's not the right
Felix,
word.
but we were kind of pressed for time, so we blew through it. But
Not even just pressed
we
for
gave, we
time.
gave we gave it the old maximal try, I think.
Yeah, we gave it the old maximal try. With Fortitude, we landed on an earlier episode 3 of season 1,
Slightly
just
earlier,
because
yeah.
we had like rolled initially, I think like episode 26
The penultimate episode, 25 of 26
or
episodes.
25 of like 26, and it's like supposed to be completely random, but the number of times that that's happened, we're allowed to re-roll a little bit.
The only time I would say that hasn't burned us was landing on the penultimate episode of Fighting Foodons way back when.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah. We landed on
That-
the second to last episode of Fighting Foodons, and we landed on like where like the big like shonen like Dragon Ball Z like battles were going on, and that was actually like pretty fun.
That was fun, and I feel like we could have landed on any episode and probably have had the same takeaway. One thing I was worried. Let me get into the premise before let me get into the premise. So we landed on episode 3, but what we notice right away is someone is being held prisoner for suspect. He's the what's it called? The prime the prime suspect of a murder. Someone else is like missing.
There's also a young woman who is missing, and this guy is being held by the sheriff of the town.
One thing to note about the town is it has people from like all over like the world, different accents, different like countries, because like everyone here is like a scientist or an artist, or here a photographer, or like this isn't a place you accidentally end up.
Well, and indeed, at the beginning of the episode opens with Stanley Tucci, the great Stanley Tucci, sitting in a diner, and a man who is like a teacher in town comes down and sits down and talks to him. And he's like, oh, there's some things you need to know about Fortitude, the town of Fortitude. And he's like, oh, what's that? He's like, well, one, everyone comes here to escape something. Everyone here is like running away from something. He's like, okay. And also, nothing dies here. It's one of the rules. Like, you can't die, or you can't die in Fortitude. He's like, wait, what do you mean by that? He's like, oh, the ice here. There's something to do with the ice that, like, everything freezes. Everything freezes, and there is literally, like we have polio, like frozen polio, active, like, frozen in time polio up in the ice.
Rather than something supernatural, he's like, oh, everything freezes in the tundra.
Yeah.
We still have, there are bodies with bubonic plague.
Yeah.
Out there. Now I wonder how supernatural or serious like that is, because there's a few cuts to like a weird black like corpse. Like I don't think there's anything supernatural, but like there was implication.
Well, and there's a MacGuffin in this show, and the MacGuffin is a giant tooth that someone found in the ice. Now everyone thinks
and we're
it's a
talking
mammoth
like
tooth.
potentially mammoth tooth. Yeah.
I don't think it's a mammoth tooth personally. That seems way too obvious.
Dun dun.
I'm gonna
Mastodon.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna place a wager here.
Alien.
I'm gonna guess that the tooth is a giant's tooth.
Like human.
Yeah, and we find out.
But it was like a back molar that was like 4 inches high and like 8 inches long. It was.
I'm just saying. I'm guessing this is gonna be like This is gonna be like a frost giant's tooth or something.
Holy
This
shit.
is Norway.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Dragons. Dragon tooth.
Yeah, there we
And
go.
they'll be like, sir, I've tested the DNA.
An
It's
ice
dragon. It's a
There's some
dragon.
well, there's something going on with this tooth, and it's more to me, it's more important than it just being a mammoth tooth because like people have literally died over this thing.
And why would they?
And there's a
Yeah.
big secret about it. And indeed, like a character was murdered who was like, "Oh, this is going to change everything, our understanding of everything."
When, so it's impossible to. So the main plots are finding the missing girl and what else? Finding the missing girl and still introducing characters. We have old man photographer. We have
Henry.
business Henry. We have business woman who wants a for some reason a hotel.
She's the governor of the town.
Ah, and she wants a hotel, and old man Henry figures out that like she's personally and heavily invested in this hotel, like
Yeah.
being successful. What other we have cop guy, sheriff
Richard.
Richard. Who else? We have I don't know the right word. We have promiscuous blonde. We have I'm confused. Is she like cucking the guy with the other guy, or is she like was she cheating on him, or because like that guy? But then, okay, so she's cheating on prisoner guy, and what other major?
There's other
characters?
infidelity going on too. There's Soldier Boy.
Right.
There's Soldier Boy whose son Liam is in an incubator right now because he's suffering from frostbite.
Right.
He is married. He's very clearly in an unhappy marriage, and he is cheating on his wife with Spanish waitress lady,
which
is a scene in the episode.
Spanish waitress or Polish? No, there's
Spanish
a Polish
waitress.
coffee. Right, Spanish waitress lady, Polish coffee, like barista or whatever.
Stanley Tucci is sitting in a diner and he has a conversation with.
Oh yeah, Stanley Tucci's in this, and he's like a detective.
He is a independent investigator that was hired by the family of someone who died. So he's there, but he's also representing the British government because they have some mysterious interest in this guy dying too. So he's there investigating, and he has a scene with the waitress of the diner that he's in, and he asks her, he's like, "Oh, your accent, like, where are you from?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm from Spain." He's like, "Madrid?" And she's like, "Close to."
Sus.
And yeah, she's Soldier Boy is cheating on his wife with her, which we don't find out in this episode, but that is something that's going on.
Okay. I'm glad one of us had the relationship string, the conspiracy string board in their head, because I was like, man, I can't keep.
Something I was initially confused
who's
about
fucking
is
who in my head.
there are two like hot like Norwegian blonde chicks in this episode who look very similar, but they are different.
And then
people.
one arrests the other. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So they're gearing up because a guy might be dangerous, and they don't necessarily know if he's kidnapped or he has anything to do with the death. So everyone's on edge. One of like the deputies is that hot blonde, like cop chick. And there's kind of like, hey, like, remember, if you have to use it, it's all or nothing. It's like if a bear's coming at you, you don't shoot to like injure or any of that stuff. Like if your life's in danger, center mass. And she's like, yeah, I remember my training.
Polar bears being a real problem. So
this is all imagine.
This is all happening at a time where after like a period of like long darkness, like it's actually light out, and it's mentioned that this is a time of like great happiness for not only people but also the wildlife. So polar bears in particular are a very serious problem for this community, and indeed it's mentioned in dialogue that a character was eaten by a polar bear. And it turns out, we don't find this out in this episode, but it turns out Henry actually witnessed this. And the sheriff, Richard, Henry witnessed the guy being eaten, and the guy was still alive and was like screaming in like agony.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's quite brutal. And Henry actually like mercifully like shot him in the head, like from a distance with like a rifle. Just to put him
Had
out
a
of his
rifle,
misery.
yeah.
And Richard witnessed this and was like, Henry, get out of here. I'll take care of this.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you're gonna die from a chest burster,
Yeah.
or you're
Anyway,
becoming a zombie.
So
I'd want to get shot too.
Point is, like, there's bears. Fucking bears, man.
Bad News Bears, man.
It's Bad News Bears.
It's Bad News Bears, the TV show. If anybody's wondering, polar bears are like much, much bigger than brown bears, aka grizzly bears. The only animal I fear other than man are brown bears.
I have in person seen, I don't know what kind of bear it was. It wasn't a polar bear, obviously, but I have seen a bear the size of a fucking minivan in person. And polar bears are bigger than that.
Must have been a grizzly, yeah. Black bears, though, they can get the fuck out of here. Just throw apples at them. Rocks, pine cones. Grab a stick and shake it. Geez, what else are we forgetting here? I think those are all the major players. I don't know much about the guy that blonde chick is cheating with.
There's
except
also
that he gets arrested.
There's also a guy who is on the run with his daughter.
Oh shit! That's right. There's a lot going on. And instead of it being like information overlord, Operation Overlord.
Information Overlord. Activating.
They call me Information Overlord. Activate. So
computer, activate the Information Overlord protocol.
Safety protocols off. Goon mode on. What the fuck was I gonna say? I got distracted by information protocols. Information overload. Instead, I just found myself going, and maybe it's because we're on an early episode. I found myself going, what the fuck's going on with these guys? And I'm curious. Normally,
I was more
like,
intrigued than confused.
Yes. And normally I'm like, they're just like throwing all these characters out there and then like making them intersect in ways that don't make sense. For me, everything was connected very well. Or as much as I needed.
I'm going to say it right now,
episode.
My friend. You managed to pick a show at random that is so my fucking vibe.
All right. I had a feeling. At the end of the episode, we may give we give our own type of rating.
There may be a reason why I'm filling in some.
Yeah, I wondered about. I wondered about that.
But I'll save that to the end of the podcast to go into that.
So
more.
We got some plague frozen. We got a mammoth tooth.
I mentioned polio because originally they think that Liam. So Liam and the girl who is on the run with her dad are like best friends, and he got sick while they were out and about, like just off, like playing in the snow. And initially,
so it could be that.
And initially,
they found somebody's body.
They were out in the wilderness, like mucking around, and he got sick.
That's part of why you should believe in climate change, or you should be wary of climate change when the permafrost thaws and like viruses and like bacteria from like 50,000 years ago that are like ancient ancestors like had to fight off, and like we don't have any fucking like immunity to. When those all start coming out and it becomes the Last of Us.
Perhaps an alien spacecraft carrying a organism that can consume and assimilate and mimic the forms of whatever.
Oh shit. Wait, yeah, instead of scientists opening up, it'll just be global warming.
Yeah.
And it just walks down and it's like, Canada, this place looks like a good place to start.
Yeah, the John Carpenter's The Thing, basically a documentary. They just had like the inciting incident a little wrong.
Basically a document. That's funny to think about. I bet as the decades come along, that'll be depressingly more true.
Probably, yeah.
Remember, oh man. Or people will embrace the Mad Max hellscape that North America will become.
Mm-hmm.
It's one or the other.
That's probably more likely.
That's probably more likely. And we'll call gasoline guzzling for some reason. Everyone dying of cancer will believe in Valhalla. Also, everyone's dying of cancer.
So everyone believes in Valhalla?
Yeah. They worship the wheel, whatever the fuck that symbol that they made was above their head, like a spoke or a wheel.
And Thor and Tyr are just standing up there in the clouds being like, yes!
Yes!
Our time is
time
now!
We got some more. The last ones we have are, and they turn around them and there's just a bunch of fat, like, skinheads.
Yeah. Oh. Too real.
Right. All right. So
Loki comes along and is just like, Thor and Tyr are just like, why the fuck did we even let these dipshits in here anyway? And Loki comes along and he's like, well, you see, there's a technicality here that as long as you believe in the All-Father.
Yeah, it's like American Gods, or it's like where the things have power if they have belief.
Yeah, as long as you believe in the All-Father.
We couldn't kick.
And
you can't keep him out.
You die screaming his name, then we kind of have to take him. And Thor and Tyr are just like, God damn it.
Well, they don't get to sit at the table. Wonder how long that long table is now.
They can go over there in the kids' longhouse.
In the kids' longhouse. You know, I was thinking that like the trope of there being a kids' table at like table, a family at a family like Thanksgiving movies or like Christmas movies.
It's not a trope; it's a real thing. Well,
I've never seen that in person. Is that like an American thing, or is that?
It was a thing in my family. I got shoved at the kiddie table until I was like well into my 20s.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Huh. Is that like a Christian thing? What is
the kiddie table is definitely a thing. Like I didn't know. I
thought it was just in movies.
I think I was like 20. I was like 23 and like I brought like a girlfriend like to the holiday dinner, and I was like I'm not sitting at the kiddie table this year. Like you guys can make space for us at the main table.
And did they?
They did, yeah.
So that was the first year they were like, "You're a man now.
Our boy's a man.
He's got a girlfriend."
Pretty much. Incidentally, I don't spend holidays with my family very often in my adult years.
Have you ever watched Baki or the Grappler Baki?
We reviewed it on this podcast.
But we did not review the part where right after he fucks his girlfriend, his dad's staring at him from the shadows of his room and he's like, "Baki, I guess you're a man now." And then he walks with the confidence and fights with a new renewed vigor. And I'm like, this show trying to say that once you get laid, you're cool and better at everything. And yes, that is the implication.
Basically a documentary.
Basically a documentary. Back to the documentary of Fortitude. There's no I guess it culminates in people sniping out. Well, the conflict is like the two deputies and the sheriff going and finding the guy that could potentially be dangerous.
Yeah.
They shut off they're scoping it out with like rifles.
Well, I was going to say, British boy is being held in a jail cell at the sheriff's station, and Stanley Tucci takes an interest in him, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna here's a card, call this guy, he'll help you get out of here. And the guy calls the number, and it's actually just Stanley Tucci's number.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, like, why do you want to help me? And he's like, listen, like, what do you know about things? He's like, oh, well, you know, this happened and this happened. And like, I know it doesn't, like, this guy was dead. Like, I went to his house, and like, I looked through the window and I saw him dead.
I know it looks like super bad, but like,
but like, he was already dead when I got there. And he's like, well, did you call the police? And he's like, no, I broke in. And he's like, why did you do that? And he's like, well, because I was going to help him. He's like, and then did you call the police? And he's like, no, the sheriff was already there. He's like, wait, the sheriff was already there?
Yeah. And he's like, wait, kudos to British detective man. He, in a way that's not, what's it called when someone delivers dialogue that explains the plot in a way that's not
exposition,
they're able to fill someone randomly watching this episode in on what's going on by Tucci's character discovering the secrets.
Also, what I really like about Stanley Tucci, and Stanley Tucci's fantastic. He's one of the best actors, like, of all time, in my opinion. And he's a real get for this show. What I really like about his character is he has a way of not intimidating, but he has a way of like making people like cooperate with him and do what he wants without being like overly aggressive or forceful about it.
Yeah, like when he goes up to that one officer, Soldier Boy, he's like, hey,
by the way, I'm calling him Soldier Boy because we find out in an earlier episode that he served in Afghanistan.
I knew that who you were referring to, so I put two and two together. He's like,
just
hey,
for I need to sake.
Yeah, I need to listen in on that interrogation. And who they're interrogating, we went past. They end up arresting a guy who's out in the cabin.
Because
off
British,
the generator.
This is what I was meaning to get to. But I got kind of sidetracked. British boy mentions that he knows where this missing woman might be.
Mm-hmm.
And Richard, the sheriff, takes him to a computer with a map on it, and he's like, oh, punch in like the coordinates of like where, like figure out like where they could be. And he's like, oh, there's
he takes him out of his cell, and
he's like, oh, there's two cabins. They're in this region, and there's two cabins here. And he's like, oh, punch up the coordinates for that one. He's like, why that one? He's like, well, it's closer. And he's like, well, this cabin is a 1-person cabin, and this person is a 2-person cabin. He's like, yeah, it's that one. He's like, wait, why do you think she would be at a 2-person cabin? And he sounds like such a guy who's like really trying to who probably in the back of his head knows he's getting like cheated on, but like doesn't, but is like trying to like deny it to himself.
Oh, I never picked. Yeah, that makes sense now. Oh, excuse me. Because I was like, why is he like confused? But like, I wasn't sure what the relationships were.
Right.
At that. I would have if I had watched episode 1 and 2. They have to. I I still I
So he punches in the coordinates of like where this one cabin is, and the
Mhm.
sheriff is like, "Okay, we're gonna go there." And indeed, they end up finding her there, but outside the cabin. Well, at first they're at the cabin and they have like their rifles out, and they're like, "Oh, it looks abandoned." But then he's like, "Wait, listen, that's a generator. There's people in there." And then, conveniently enough, like a guy like comes out of the cabin.
Presumably, I thought they cut ahead and they had cut the power to the generator
Hmm.
because homeboy came out without a shirt on,
Yeah.
but a jacket and like the big like winter like hat. So he probably just went out there, oh, with a rifle. You pretty much, I presume a lot of people have like go anywhere with a rifle because
Well, I mean, polar
bears.
bears are a problem.
Yeah.
As I was mentioning, polar bears are a real problem for this town.
And fucking apex predators, man. They catch him
Polar
and they're like,
bears,
hey,
the most ferocious killers in the animal kingdom.
mhm. Unless you consider sperm whales,
The only
which
animal.
kill millions of of plankton with their baleen every day. If it's a numbers game, the whales have it in the bag.
But are whales out there guarding Superman's Fortress of Solitude? I don't think so.
Well, depends on how you're trying to approach it. Maybe they are. Wait, well, are there Arctic whales? Narwhals
There
aren't
must be.
whales.
Maybe?
Those are mammals. Wait, no, so are whales.
Yeah.
Wait, so narwhals are in icy areas, right?
Narwhals swimming in the ocean.
Me, whales. Narwhals are mammals, but not whales. Animal facts with Cal. Did you know that a scorpion is an arachnid?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. And you
Oh
know
shit,
why?
that's just common knowledge.
And you know why? Because I fucking hate arachnids. I hate spiders.
Picture a spider, but make its venom in a big fucking tail instead of its mouth, but
Pic-
also give it a gross mouth, but also give it crab claws.
yeah, picture a
And
spider
now
with
instead of this big, make it this big.
picture a spider with a big fuck off stinger tail and giant enemy crab pinchers.
A scorpion is something I would imagine a child would draw what an alien looks like.
Yeah.
Right? Like, look at this fucking crazy, scary looking thing. It's like, oh shit, that's a goddamn scorpion.
The only scorpion I approve of is Scorponok, our man.
Mm-hmm. That's right. The scientist and true believer himself, Scorponok.
And also the coach of the Predacon softball team.
Oh, that's right. As is
As evidence,
canonized.
as evidenced by his coach hat.
I should have that hat that just says coach on it. But I feel like that wasn't niche enough for have a hat of a picture of Scorponok wearing a coach
There.
hat. There we go.
That's the money right there.
That's the money.
Right.
So they arrest this guy,
Adding
kick open
new
the door.
design to the T Public store.
Don't tell Burkham and Bircham.
Stolen artwork. Don't worry about
It's
it.
It's T Public.
.jpg.
Like 80% of the 80% of the stuff on there is stolen artwork.
Oh yeah.
So when they kick down the door, blonde cop finds naked blonde woman inside of cabin.
Mhm.
And she's like, hands up, Natalie, or whatever her name is. And I'm like, yes, hands up. Because she's like holding a blanket up.
Put those hands up. Take them off the covers.
Hands up. Now stand up slowly. No, we don't get a shot of that. They're arrested. The guy's interrogated. Unfortunately,
She may have a concealed weapon. I'm going to need you to bend over.
I'm going to need you to bend over. Don't worry, I'm a girl cop. That makes it better. What's going on here? Unfortunately, one of the deputies fucking pistol whipped the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're in the
Gave him a
interrogation
black
room,
eye. Yeah.
it's way worse
It's a-
than a fucking black eye.
It's a pretty
Holy
bad
shit.
black eye.
Like there's broken bone and like or the orbital is like collapsed and it's like I don't even know if his eye can be like opened, and I'm like, oh man, you're gonna walk and you're gonna like make away with like $200,000 too.
Mm-hmm.
But we do things a little bit differently over here in Fortitude. And what's going on? There's some interrogation.
They're interrogating him. His brother was one of the people that was murdered.
Yeah.
And they ask him because like one of the last things that
was it this guy that found the tooth originally?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he found the tooth, and I like his explanation for it. They're like, oh, why do you have this? Why did you have this? And he's like, oh yeah, just found it on the ground. Thought I'd take it.
And they're like, why? And he's like, thought it was cool.
Pretty much. I like his very just.
He's like, isn't it cool? Yeah, because they're like, what is this? And he's like, I don't know, like it's a bone. Like it's like a mastodon tooth or something. And they're like, why do you have this?
Mammoth tooth.
Isn't it cool? You guys are interested in it. I think it's pretty cool. And for some reason, Governor Lady, when they release Blonde Chick, who is
he didn't find the tooth. His brother found the tooth, and
right,
the reason
which might be why
that
he was killed.
They think that
he didn't he give it to his brother.
That's what he says.
That's what he says.
That's what he claims, is that they both found it and then his brother gave it to him for safekeeping. Also, he had like $200,000 in cash on him, and he's like, oh yeah, our nan just like kept it in an envelope in the house,
and then gave it to us.
Yeah,
has nothing to do with a deal gone bad.
Yeah,
trust me, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. So this whole guy is this guy is like really sus. Like everything he's saying is pretty sus.
Whether it's good sus or bad sus, I'll never know unless I tune in next week.
And
but
we're going to take one more break. When we come back, we will find out the answer to that question of whether me and Cal will tune in next week.
Oh, he sits there in his red coat all spitting polished, and he says,
Where would you be going?
Well, I'm going to the Klondike to look at your gold fields, if there really is any.
Not with this gambling gear and those revolvers. Men don't wear pistols in Canada.
Canada be damned. I'm going to the Klondike.
The Klondike is Canada. Pack those pistols in your saddlebags or get back to U.S. territory.
I'm an American. You can't do this to me.
In that case, I'll be lenient. We'll keep this gambling gear, and you'll be back in the United States by sundown.
He never drew no gun. I could have shot that guy right there. Who was he anyway?
Superintendent Sam Steele of the Northwest Mounted Police.
Why didn't I shoot him? Damn it.
In the days of the gold rush, a policeman, Sam Steele, became a legend of the Klondike.
I don't know. Why didn't I shoot him?
Fortitude. Episode 3, the only episode that we've watched, clearly. I have a feeling that not only would you tune in next week, you may have preemptively tuned in for more than one episode this week. Siege, you just watched a random episode of Fortitude. Would you tune in next week?
Not only will I tune in next week, last night, combination between last night and today, I kind of watched the first 2 episodes.
So you didn't go ahead. You know that because you saw the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would so tune in next week that I already went and watched the 2 episodes that preceded this one. So
I had a feeling.
So yes, I'm gonna keep watching. Like I said, you managed to actually find a show that is so up my alley that I'm like, holy shit, I want more of this.
More of this, please. It's so easy for these. Again, Helix, The Mist, We've seen, like, we've talked about that show that you were watching. You said it started, you had to finish, but it started getting bananas.
The Last Frontier. Yeah.
The Last
It got
Frontier.
stupid
Yeah.
pretty quick.
I discovered this. We discovered this like genre of. And it's not that we discovered it and nobody knew it existed, but just I wasn't aware of how prevalent this genre was in TV. The like suspense thriller, like detective figuring like things out kind of like TV show.
Oh yeah, these are the kind of shows that I watch, man.
Yeah. But I was like, oh god.
Ironically enough, I
hate
still
these
haven't
shows.
watched True Detective. I
You
really
know,
should.
that's what kept popping in my head, and I'm like, is this why people like True Detective? Because like Siege, I too would tune in next week. Uh, it's early enough and it's interesting enough that I would actually go back and start, go back, watch episode 1, 2, rewatch 3, and then
I
keep it
recommend
going.
it. The shit is good. Like,
Oh, so you like the other episodes you saw as well?
yeah, this is a good show.
Oh shit. There you go. We did it. We thought we were going to be on like a 6-episode bad TV show because it was getting there, and we were like, oh man. But we're giving you something for the holidays. It's good. And we didn't even cover it when Dennis Quaid shows up.
Yeah, apparently he shows up in series 3, I believe.
2 or 3. He shows up a bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a bad guy. Like, one can only assume. Who
Could be.
knows?
Or he's a
Could
cop.
be. Or
He
he's a
gives
cop.
off like
Oh,
kind of like
he does.
He gives off cop energy
He does give off cop energy in anything he does.
for better or worse.
For better
Whether
or
that's
for
a good
worse.
thing or a bad thing is up to you, dear listeners.
So yeah, there you go. Fortitude, show we both liked and that we didn't know existed.
This is a polar opposite to to last week's show, Helix. In that,
Helix. If you showed me a trailer for both, I would choose to watch Helix.
Yeah.
And I would be wrong.
Well, and
Like,
indeed, like this show is so my jam, but like the show that I picked last week randomly just by Googling was Helix, because I was like, oh, this seems interesting. And
it
sucked.
seems up my alley. Jerry Ryan, check. Zombies, check. Government, like conspiracy. I'm like, oh yeah, hell yeah, let's like get into it.
Yeah.
A guy I can't remember, but that we referred to as President's Choice Watanabe.
Yeah.
But like meh.
Mm-hmm.
Magic powers that let you control zombies.
Yeah.
Sometimes just having a show about good old fashioned crime is better than the zombie outbreak playing as like some very inappropriate like pop or like jazz or rock music plays over a silent scene. I'm very aware of that trope now because of doing this show with you. And now I see, like, it's one of those things where once you are first aware of something, then you begin to see it everywhere. It was like 3 years ago or something like that you pointed that like out to me. And then like I saw it everywhere and I was like, oh, I hate it now.
Let me tell you, going to film school can fucking break your enjoyment of some movies.
Because you unravel all of the magic that goes into television and movie.
Yeah, once you start becoming aware of like storytelling techniques and structure, like act structure, and like how like a sitcom is engineered to have a joke every third line, things like that. Like once you start like finding out like the nitty-gritty about like how TV and movies are made and constructed from a storytelling
then it feels formulaic. Is that what you're
exactly? Yeah, which indeed is something I'm running into a lot, especially nowadays, where like a lot of movie I'm I'm getting hung up on formula with movies and TV these days a lot.
I'm getting superhero movie fatigue, but I have been for 7 years. So,
Yeah, I'm definitely there.
Cal,
It actually came
come
up
and like
on.
watch this.
It actually came up on
I'm
our
tired,
Discord.
boss.
It actually came up on our Discord recently, where someone had shared a trailer for Supergirl, and I watched it, and I was like, cool.
Didn't they post the GIF like "I'm tired, boss"? Like John Coffey from fucking Green Mile or something like that. It's just.
And someone responded. It was your friend Steve, actually. I was like, oh, like, looks fine. I'll probably go see it, but like my hype levels are very like middle of the road on this.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve immediately like mentioned about how he's infinitely more interested in this than any of Marvel's output. And I was just like, well, like honestly, like I'm more into like kind of downbeat dramas and like more down to earth stuff these days rather than just like superhero like media in general. Not to say that I don't like that stuff.
I'm glad that the pendulum can swing for him and that they still got him, whether it's like DC or Marvel or whatever. But like it's probably like Endgame Part 2 where I was like, I can rest now.
Yeah.
And then they kept coming out and I was like, no.
Imagine coming up with an ending to a universe so good, sticking the landing so well that audiences en masse were like, okay, I'm done. We're done. We're done here.
Wrap it up. I don't need to see any other movies. Why is there another Thor movie? That's weird.
Yeah.
We did.
Just imagine like coming up with such a great fucking ending to a universe that audiences were just like, yeah, I'm good. Like that was great. I don't need any more.
I did it. I've been on board for 15 years and we did it.
Yeah.
You made your $1 trillion. Now you can start something new, right? You can start something new, right?
It's okay, Tony. You can rest now. It's actually a line in Endgame.
I feel like that was a little meta. Like, I feel like that was very meta.
Yeah, totally.
Until there's like a movie set in the 80s or 90s, and like he's back because they gave him $500 million to come back and be Tony Stark again.
I watched a movie the other night called Roof Man, which was okay. I had problems.
Is that the one with
it.
Channing
Tatum? Yeah,
Tatum.
It's not bad. I do recommend watching it. It's very much a 3-star movie, 3 out of 5-star movie. Which
is it kind of like
not necessarily a bad
so
rating.
Somebody actually did this, huh?
Totally. My big issues with that movie was it spends way more time on just showing us that just how great of a guy he is and how down on his luck he is, rather than focusing on like the actual like hows and whys he did the crimes. It's more of a character drama. It's a decent enough movie. The thing I will say about Roof Man, though, that I really liked was it's based on a true story and it's set in the early to mid 2000s. It actually like really nails the look of like 2002 to 2005. It actually really nails it without feeling like it feels like it was made by people who were actually there. It's not nostalgic, no.
It wasn't Guardians of the Galaxy where there's like a zoom in close cut of a gritty like a cassette and it says like, you know, like
Awesome Mix
Volume like 1, and he closes it and he presses it and puts the little tiny like foam like things. Like it's not like clearly designed to be like, I remember.
Yeah. No, the look of everything. The look of everything is very authentic to the era. So that's one big thing I'll give the movie Roof Man props for.
Without it being nostalgia bait.
Without it being overly nostalgic. It's just authentic to the time period.
And checking out.
speaking of that, that was episode 146 of the Lasercomb podcast. If you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/lasercomb. LAZORCOMB. Starting at the $5 tier, you get our bonus weekly Patreon exclusive show, the Cal and Siege Super Show.
You got to have the 7 S's in front of it. Cal and Siege. That was a typo.
Yeah. That was me.
A real life typo.
That was me almost saying the Super Lasercomb Patreon Super Show, which is what it used to be called until episode 100.
That's
when
right.
we rebranded. At the $5 or the $10 tier, you get that. You get the occasional movie commentary track, and you get to pick a show for us to review a random episode of on this very podcraft. So if you want to get in on that, go to patreon.com/lasercomb. Join the Discord, link in the description as always, if you want to interact with us. We will be back next week with our first ever Lasercomb podcast holiday special. That's right.
It's a secret, though. Or is it?
It's a secret. We're not going to announce what we're doing, but it's something I'm actually pretty excited about.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty stoked for this, honestly.
I'm surprised we hadn't done it sooner.
Right? It just never occurred to me before.
Have we? No, yeah.
No,
did we ever even bring it up? I don't think we did.
This is going to be unlike.
Seems like something that 2019 us would have thought of.
Totally.
That's what I'm saying.
This is going to be, it's TV. We're going to be reviewing something from TV, but this is going to be unlike anything we have ever done before on this podcast. So, let's be hyped for that, because I certainly am, and it sounds like you are too, Cal.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty hyped for it.
Yeah, so no need to roll an episode for this, because we already know what we're going to be watching, and
that's right, because it's a secret.
Because it's a secret. So we'll be back next week with that. And until then, I have been one of your hosts, Santa Siege,
and I'm what goes with Cal? Cal on the shell. Cal on the Cal, your pal. There's elf on a shelf.
Caldolph, the red-nosed reindeer.
Oh, you know what? I can't think of anything better. I'm Caldolph, the red-nosed reindeer.
Thanks for listening. We will jingle your bells next time.
I'm sitting here alone in darkness, waiting to be free. Lonely and forlorn, I am crying. I long for my time to come. Death means just life. Please let me die in solitude.